A major part of I-5 will be shut down this weekend, and it's just the beginning. Fox 13's Adam Gerke has a look at all the work being done and how it will impact you.
A lot is on our plate. For the next 4 weeks, mind you, northbound I-5 is going to be an issue getting in through downtown Seattle. And that is specifically the Revive I-5 project that you've been hearing us talking about. Well, that is coming up. It starts tomorrow at midnight, northbound I-5. Basically, the way this is going to roll out is from I-90 up to 45th for the weekend. We're going to close off the main line of northbound I-5. The express lanes will stay open throughout the downtown Seattle core, but that means you won't really be able to take any downtown exits. You'll be able to take Madison and James and get off of I-90 and Rainier. You can do that to get into some of the downtown stadium area, but all the downtown exits otherwise out of commission because you're in those express lanes all the way through town. And those express lanes are going to stay in the northbound direction for the next 4 weeks, which means southbound traffic getting into the city. Normally when the express lanes would be going in the southbound direction, they're not going to have it. So southbound traffic into town for the next 4 weeks is going to be really, really rugged. Plus that northbound business getting through town, at least for the next 4 weeks, is also going to be impacted because you're going to see lane reductions happening in through this area. But the real big closure begins this weekend again, Friday night at midnight, and lasts till Monday morning 5 a.m. So that is going to be the first thing we have to be watching out for. And then beginning today, you're going to be seeing troubles for the next 8 days on 18, right underneath I-90. And this is where the diverging diamond interchange is being put together and installed. They did half of it a few weeks back. They're going to do the other half for these next 8 days, and then they're going to get in for striping and signage and all that other work, and that'll be scheduled a little bit later down the pike as well. But for the next 8 days, this is the other big thing we have to be watching out for, and that's really a bigger deal for a lot of the freight that would normally use 18 and I-90. So if you're a trucker, you're going to have to be thinking about how you're getting from I-90 onto 18. That usually means doing sort of a button hook a little further down the pike. So that is a lot on our plates for the next several days.
And all those closures are happening during many big events, specifically in Seattle. We're talking about the Capitol Hill Block Party that Frankie Thompson just told you about. We also have a Mariners and Sounders game and the Chinatown Seafair Parade and so much more. WashDOT is hoping cute animals and hard hats will soften the blow. The department posted this picture to Facebook along with a meme on TikTok saying the social media manager is mentally preparing to tell everyone that I-5 northbound will be shut down. So a little humor, but it doesn't lessen the traffic nightmare that's coming our way. I did get a chance to talk to Tom Pierce with WashDOT about why they choose to do the I-5 closure this weekend. Here's part of that conversation. Explain to people, because they're listening to you, they got plans over the weekend, and they're saying, why WashDOT? Why are you doing this over the weekend in the summer when the weather is nice? Why do we have to do this?
We've got to do some of this work when the weather is good. A lot of the work is weather dependent. If it rains, we would have to cancel work. So we're doing it now because this is the season when we can do it. One of the things that we encountered, we planned this weekend very carefully. We worked with SDOT, with the City of Seattle, to try and work around events, as well as other WSDOT projects. We've had some major projects going on the east side a couple of the last weeks. We had a holiday in there. We've got some big events coming up next week with Seafair. And then we've got Ichiro weekend is going to draw 45,000 a day to T-Mobile Park. So this was when the window fit.
Yeah, so I guess we're all going to have to just deal with it. What's the best alternative way? Are there lesser known detours or any tips that you can give us?
You know, people really, in general, just need to plan ahead. We will have I-405 is going to be open. If you're coming from the south end, if you're coming from, the SeaTac, Tacoma area, you may just want to jump straight on the 405 down there at South Center and then take it all the way around if you're going north into Snohomish County. If you're in South Seattle, you can always take I-90 across to 405 to get where you're going. The most important thing is for people to look at things in advance, have a plan.
Is there a stretch of time that you recommend people stay off the roads?
It's really best if people can avoid traveling, earlier in the day or later in the day. We understand that for a lot of people, there is not a choice. You know, if you're some kind of contractor, you've got to carry your tools. You cannot jump on the light rail to get to where you've got to go. For the people who do have a choice, if they can use alternatives like light rail, like buses, travel at different times, that's going to help open up the road for commercial traffic and for the people who don't have a choice.
So I did ask WashDOT why they couldn't do the Revive I-5 project during overnight hours, and their answer to me was that they just really need a long stretch of time to do it because it's the most efficient way to do it. And if we did it just in the overnight hours, it would take years longer. And they're emphasizing to people, just look at the bigger picture because I-5, you know, it does need improvements.
Well, last weekend they shut it all down over on the east side, and I was stuck in that traffic for like an hour and a half. And you know what? I got to say, all the drivers around me, everybody was very patient, very polite. I was shocked because that's not normally what I see. So if people keep cool heads again this weekend, we'll all get through it together.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.